What's up, everybody? It's Z of AlmostFreeBeats.com.
And I'm Christopher Perkins with BetterMind.com.
And we're back again with How to Promote a Mixtape 102. This edition is going to focus in on social media and how to promote your mixtape through those avenues. I know a lot of you guys are on Twitter, on Facebook. I see you on there. I see you begging for likes. I see you begging for me to download your mixtape. But you're probably not getting the results that you desire, and it's for a specific reason. And so we're going to try to talk to you today about addressing some of those things and really being more effective with your use of social media and how to manage it. So the first thing we're going to talk about today, we're going to dive right in. We're going to talk about Facebook. And I'm going to let Chris kind of address a few things in regards to Facebook and how to really promote yourself and kind of some social media etiquette that you need to be aware of when you're on there.
Okay, the first thing I want to talk about here, let's get into the stuff that I really don't like about promoting your stuff on Facebook. I do not like when you hit my wall up with links to your music and I really don't give a damn about your music because I really don't give a damn about you or who you are as an artist. You know, you haven't developed that relationship with me, so spamming my wall with your links, like, this isn't MySpace. I'm sorry, you know, if you want MySpace, go back to MySpace. But Facebook, no, it's a little more personal, you know, so don't just come hit my wall with links and, you know, check out my music, check out my music. You know what you sound like? You sound thirsty. That's what you sound like, all right? I know you're trying to get your music out there, but there's professional and strategic ways to go about it rather than just, hey, here, check me out. You know, it just gets annoying. It's like a bunch of noise in your ear. You know, like nails on a chalkboard. That's what it's like.
That's right.
You know, so there's other ways to go about it, you know. Hell, you could hit my inbox with like a private message and be like, hey bro, hey, what's going on with you? And all this other good stuff, you know, I see you like, you know, Lupe Fiasco or whatever in your like section on your page, you know, I kind of got some music just like it, man. Would you like to check it out? You know, and I'm like, sure, okay, all right, great. You know, you develop that personal relationship with me after that, you know, and then it's not a problem for me to check out your music after that, you know? And even I'll tell you what, it's still a little intrusive even if you have friends on Facebook and they're kind of fans of your music. It's still a little intrusive to spam their walls with it and stuff like that, you know.
Right.
And okay, now this is the most important. This is the most key thing about that. If I got my grandma on my Facebook, right, you know, like I keep my Facebook straight professional. I got my grandma on there, you know, my mom is checking out my Facebook, you know. I know it's kind of corny, but some people do have their parents or grandparents, you know, really good people in their family that looks highly up to them, you know, and you're posting links on your murder, death, kill music and shit, you know, on my Facebook wall, you know, and granny seeing like the little pic of a half-naked chick, you know, that you have as the link picture, you know, like, that can make me really, really salty at you, you know, whether I'm a fan of your music, close friend or not, you know. I can be a little like bitter about that, like, what is this guy just doing, just like posting this half-naked chick with a link to his music, like, that's just nuts, you know. So just be a little more courteous when you go about Facebook and just really think things out. And you're going to benefit because you want the personal relationship first, you know, and you're gonna hone in on that and benefit from that more than you would just here slap, here's my music, here's my music, you know. So you're gonna benefit a whole lot more if you just take the time to develop that personal relationship with somebody and just, you know, give them some time to just, you know, holler at them, chop it up with them, and, you know, and then finally hit them with the, you know, hey man, check out my music. Right. You know, and then I'll be able to respect your new tracks after that. You know, you know, you might even convince me to get on the mailing list at that time. Then I know what to expect. You know, right. If you're doing like emailing blasts and stuff like that, if you're on top of your shit like you're supposed to be, you know, and you're doing emailing blasts and stuff like that, you know, you might even get me to sign up for the email list. You know, and that's me willingly saying like, hey man, spam my shit.
Right.
You know, and I'm consenting after that, you know.
Right.
You know, it's like, buy me a drink first, you know, so get to know me a little better, you know, before you just go and spam me.
Right. Chris makes a great point, man, and you know, he hit on a lot of key topics, you know, especially about the spamming and stuff. So some etiquette, you know, you should pay attention to is, you know, before you go posting your link on somebody's profile, make sure you introduce yourself first. Make it known that you're a musician, you know, make that upfront, you know, you don't have to hide it. You don't have to hide the fact that, you know, you rap or whatever, but be courteous about it. You know, just like you would meet anybody new. Say, hey, my name is so-and-so. I do music, blah, blah, blah. I had a guy hit me the other day up from the UK. Didn't know the guy from Adam, but he introduced himself properly. And he said, hey, would you mind checking out some of my music? He sent me a YouTube link. You know what? I clicked on the YouTube link and checked him out because he was courteous. You know what I'm saying? He didn't just come on my wall, spam me. He didn't come in my inbox with a group message with like 30 other people saying, check out my music. Let's get on there for a sec. The group messaging has to stop. Don't invite me to your group if you haven't contacted me prior. Please don't. And nobody else wants to be contacted about being invited to your mixtape release if you haven't built a relationship. Like Chris said, you gotta have a relationship in place if you want to be effective. Now there are some people who will go out and they'll blast their links out and they'll get results, but for most people, it's not going to happen. You gotta establish some sort of connection with the people.
And you know what? I think that's just what they are. It's just results. They're not good results. They're not positive results. You know, they're just results. Somebody happened to click the link. They looked at the shit and was just like,
right.
You know, like, I don't know what this is, but you know. So you benefit way more when you just develop that personal relationship.
Right. I mean, you want a quality viewer. You don't want somebody who's just clicking on you for 10 seconds and then they're going to the next thing. Like, you want somebody to legitimately check you out and possibly provide you with feedback so you can continue to improve as an artist and a musician. So, you know, enough on Facebook. We kind of went ham on Facebook. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to hop into Twitter. And I'll start in by addressing some things on that. Guys, when you're on your Twitter profile, make sure you get a good photo. Post it on your profile. Do not take the bathroom photo. I know you guys have seen it. Just stop, man. Come on. Cameras is cheap now. You can get a camera for like $50 from Walmart or something and get you a quality photo. You don't have somebody take it for you. I mean, I know your mom or your cousin or your brother, somebody around to take the photo for you. Just get somebody to take the photo for you and get a good looking profile picture. I don't want to see you in the bathroom with your toiletries behind you. Like, come on, man, you got to do better than that. Then also in your description of yourself, if you take yourself seriously as an artist, don't say you goon affiliated and you from the 1300. Come on, like you got to do better than that. Like, how can I take you seriously as an artist when you promote your stuff if that's all I see? The average person, they're not going to be checking you out. I mean, they might check you out in your hood, but I'm going to tell you now, the average person is probably not going to click on your link. They're going to think you're a spammer, and they're going to block you. So, I mean, you're breaking yourself down instead of building yourself up. So, in regards to Twitter, and this applies to Facebook as well, make sure you get you a professional-looking photo. It doesn't have to be taken by so-and-so studios, but get you something that is representative of you and how you want to be presented to the public. And in your description of yourself, describe yourself accurately. Like, you don't have to list all the extracurricular activities, like you sell dime bags on the corner of 12th Street. Like, we don't want to know all that. We don't, you know.
And just to touch up on that, just in case you guys don't know, like I do graphics and, you know, put together graphics for, you know, artists, musicians. Just to touch on what Z was saying, like, don't forget you're trying to sell these people an image. All right, like, and that's why this is important. That's why your profile picture is important. That's why your description is important. You're trying to sell these guys an image of who you are, you know. So the whole bathroom thing, and then you're a goon from, you know. I'm like, okay, well, this guy's a goon, you know. If you got any kind of professional sense about you, you know, then you want to sell me that as much as possible, you know. If your music is about like hard times, I don't know, take a picture that's in sepia, I don't know, like, and then, you know, and make a really detailed description on, you know, what you do and what your music is about, you know.
That's real.
And maybe like put in the description that, you know, like what your music is like. Are you like Lupe Fiasco, or, you know, you like more DMX, are you more like Waka Flocka, like what, you know, I mean, like, what is your genre, you know? And that's all I wanted to say is, like, you're trying to sell these people an image, so don't forget that. Like you can't sell them an image of you taking a picture of yourself in the bathroom.
Right.
Like, that tells me you just an average cat off the street with a fucking Twitter account. That's what that tells me. Like,
right.
Okay, just another one of these niggas, like,
right,
promoting their music, whatever.
Right. I mean, like he was saying, guys. I mean, you're representing you to the rest of the world, and that's another thing I want to touch on. Is for a lot of local guys, they don't realize that this is bigger than your city. Like when you're dealing with social media, this is the world we're talking about. You could have people from Australia, Canada, China, and don't get it twisted. Hip hop is huge in China, Russia, and all these other places around the world that could be checking out your music potentially if you've taken the proper steps to present yourself in a fashion, like getting a proper profile image, describing yourself accurately, and making sure you're presenting something that people can accept, and even introducing yourself. And I mean, if somebody is on your list who's Chinese, don't be afraid to contact them. Shoot, Google Translators out there for free. Use it. You know, there ain't no shame. Ain't no shame in the game. I mean, if you take yourself seriously as an artist, you will take the necessary steps to build relationships with people and establish your fan base. Mm-hmm.
Your fan base doesn't necessarily have to be here in the United States, too. Like he was saying, you know, you can probably connect with cats in China who just absolutely love your shit, and they're spreading it around like crazy, you know, and you're getting the word back from this cat like, yo, you know, your stuff is popping over here, man. So, you know, don't sleep on other regions too. Like you said, like pick up a fucking translator, man, and get that cracking, man.
Right. And next thing you know, say for instance, you got these people over in China loving your music, you know, you can establish the opportunity to book a show independently with no label and go over there, rock your show, and have a huge fan base, huge following, and you're making money off of your craft by your efforts. And not by someone else saying, oh, we're going to sign you to this $1 million record deal and own you. You can do these things on your own. The tools are out there, and social media is one of them. Next thing we're going to touch on, we're going to dive into YouTube. And I know YouTube is a huge promotional tool for a lot of people. And I'm going to let Chris jump in and talk about YouTube because he's involved in media a little more than I am. So I'm going to let Chris address YouTube.
The power of YouTube. Whew. I think I once heard that video counted as 70% of the web traffic online. So, you know, if that doesn't tell you anything about the power of YouTube, you know, you need to be on that YouTube. I think I mentioned in the last video, it just gives a person a good view of who you really are. You know, it lets them connect with you as a person, you know, and if it's accounting for 70%, you know, if video is accounting for 70% of the web traffic out there, then you need to be hitting that. You need to be hitting that hard. You know, I don't care if you're a producer, you know, and you're, you know, making beats or whatever, you know, film yourself making beats, you know, maybe film yourself even, you know, doing a cover of another beat, you know.
Right. Like,
people love that stuff. They love to see you, you know, be able to be a little more diverse in your skills, you know, not only making your dope stuff, but, you know, you can also mimic other producers, and it just shows that you're just not in a box.
Right.
And by putting that on video, you know, people just love to waste their time on the internet. Let me just put it like that. Before we walked in here, there's like tons of cats on like YouTube, Facebook. They want to be entertained. And what YouTube does is basically give them a channel, like literally. It gives them a channel, so they can just be entertained. So they can flick that shit right on and just be entertained by whatever you got going on.
Right.
And if you develop that personal relationship with that person, you talk to them and all this other good stuff, then they'd be more than willing to just hit that play button, and maybe hit that, replay button, again, just to watch you, do your thing, People get inspired, and like I said, people want to relate to other people too, and when you're on YouTube and you're doing your thing and stuff, they seeing like the views racking in and all that other good stuff, they get inspired themselves, man. And so this is just way bigger than you just getting on the camera and producing some stuff. You're actually touching your fan base,
That's real.
And they like to watch you do your thing, man. Like I said, people like to just no different from cutting on the TV, they like to be entertained, man.
Right.
People spend countless hours just on YouTube alone. I can tell you what, like it accounts for some of my most unproductive times myself.
Right.
And I follow this cat right now on YouTube. And I'll tell you a really strategic way that he does things. Not only is his YouTube channel pretty good, maybe I'll drop the link to who he is and everything. You guys can visit it, but for now, it's about his strategy, because what he does is he cranks out these really great YouTube videos. He's hardly on Twitter, which is, that's just his preference. If it works for him, it works for him. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Right.
But his main focus is YouTube, and what he does after that is he's got a Facebook fan page, and he tries to stay in touch with his fans through the Facebook fan page.
Dope.
And so every day, the cat makes about like 4 or 5 posts, on his fan page. And, whether he's asking everybody, what are you eating tonight? And I'm dead serious. That was one of them. What are you eating tonight? What are you working on? If you had one wish before you die, what would it be? And he just keeps on working that fan base, and he gets his viewers in touch with him, through the Facebook. Then next time Monday drops by, bam, another video of his, And this is all after he's developing that personal relationship with his fans on, the Facebook, And so when he drops a video, they'll be more than happy. It's like Christmas to him. I know it's like Christmas to me when he drops a video. It's like Christmas. I feel like I'm getting to know this guy more and more. The more and more I watch of his videos, I stay in touch with the Facebook fan page. He actually, gives feedback on the comments. He's not snobby or nothing. He comes down on the comments and, he comments too, man. Makes me feel special, like I'm a part of what he's doing. Right. That's what it makes me feel like. So hell, drop another video, dog. I'll be more than happy to watch it.
Right.
And so he's got the whole, it's almost like, it's a strategic thing, man. So he's working the YouTube and the Facebook fan page, keeping those viewers and at bay, while he's working hard on, the next video he's getting ready to drop, because you definitely don't want to lose, your fan base or keep them waiting or keep them in the dark on what are you doing, where you at, he's right there, he's right there. He's asking you questions, stand in touch with you, and bam, drop a video, and then you'd be more than happy to watch it.
Right. And Chris, he hit the nail on the head. It's about the community. When it comes to social networks, that's what it's about. It's about community and interacting with other people. And in regards to YouTube, what the strategy he was describing is that social networking at its finest. Is engaging the end user. It's engaging your fan base. Don't just promote to them. Find out what's going on. Like he was saying, the guy asked, "What's for dinner tonight?" Everybody probably got something to eat tonight, even if it was a grilled cheese sandwich, you had something to eat tonight. So, those are things that are on more of a personal level, but he's engaging you. And like Chris was saying, when it's time for him to promote something, he doesn't get backlash from his fan base. They're open and willing to accept what he has to offer. And with regards to mixtapes, it applies the same way. If you've got a video for one of your singles on your mixtape, you want to be following the same strategies that the guy on YouTube was doing and interacting with your fans, interacting with people and getting to know them. Also, another thing in regards to YouTube that you should be aware of is your descriptions. In your description, when you put up a video, be sure to drop any relevant contact information and anything relevant that you're looking to promote, whether it be a mixtape or your other social media links. Make sure you put those things in your YouTube descriptions, because if somebody randomly finds your video, what if they want to know more? If you don't have that information there, they're not going to be able to find you. And say, for instance, a record label saw your video and loved it. Would they be able to contact you? Those are things you should be aware of when it comes to listing things in your description for your YouTube video.
Yeah, and also with the keyword tags too, guys. Like I think we were talking earlier, and we were saying like, don't put Saddam Hussein in your keyword tags. If your video has nothing to do with Saddam Hussein, you know what you just did. You just wasted space, because I know you only get so many tags in YouTube. I know that for a fact. You only get so many tags put in there. So you just basically wasted space, trying to pick yourself up on the search engines in YouTube a little better. All that's going to do is, somebody's going to come across your video and, you're making beats and you got Saddam Hussein, they're looking for Saddam videos and your video comes up.
Right.
You might get a click, but as we go back, it's not a quality view. You're putting out irrelevant information, and you're steering somebody wrong. I know I get shitty when I do something like that. Right. I tell you what makes me real mad about YouTube is when I'm trying to YouTube like a song by an artist and I'm looking up, Waka Flocka Hard in the Paint, I want to see this, and all of a sudden, I got this video, it's headline, Waka Flocka Hard in the Paint, HD, 1080, quality sound, and I go to this, and it's you and your whack ass boys rapping over some kind of crazy beat.
Wow.
Like, seriously? Like, come on, man. Like I'm automatically turned off by that. Like, man.
That'll get you a dislike.
Dislike real quick. Real quick. How's that for popular?
Get you a dislike and some negative comments. So again, like you were saying, make sure you're taking the time to put in the quality information that you need to on your YouTube videos. And if you're promoting on your social networks, do not beg. Do not beg people to check me out. Do you know how effective that is? It's not very effective. You will have a better chance of getting somebody to click on your video if you engage them, introduce yourself, and run it that way as opposed to just spamming your link. The MySpace days are over. I want to underscore that point. MySpace days are over. We're in an age where people have gotten more intelligent, more internet savvy, and they're not accepting bullcrap. They can read through it. You might fool them the first time, but they're going to figure it out eventually. And so, again, guys, just make sure you're taking the time to engage quality views, quality users, quality fans. That's what you want, because ultimately that is what will carry you in your music career in the long run. We're going to get ready to wrap it up here, but I want to put you guys on a few key resources that I've gotten hip to for social media. I know a lot of you guys, might be complaining like, hey man, I can't be on Facebook, I can't be on Twitter all the time, like I got other things to do. Definitely understand that. I ran into the same issue. And so I found 2 tools that are really good to help you out in managing your social media. One of those is TweetDeck. TweetDeck is a really good tool to manage your social media blasts. So if you want to promote something via Twitter or Facebook or one of your other social networks, you can use TweetDeck to do that. Another one is Hootsuite.com. That's another really great resource to check out. Hootsuite, actually, you can sign up for free, and what it'll allow you to do is schedule your social media updates. And that is super, super powerful if you're maintaining a busy schedule. So if you know for a fact, like today, you want to be promoting your mixtape to your friends, your friends and followers, just schedule your updates via Hootsuite and put them out there in that fashion. That way you don't have to constantly remain online all the time and it'll save you time in the long run, so that you can get other things accomplished. Now, keep in mind, you don't want to be spammy with your scheduling and look spammy either. So when you're scheduling your social media blast, like, don't do one every 5 minutes. Like, do not do that. I mean, you look spammy off the bat. Make it look realistic. Like, break your schedules up into maybe 20, 30 minutes or so for per post or whatever you're doing on your Hootsuite account. So again, guys, Hootsuite.com and TweetDeck.com are great social media management tools that you can use to help you out when you're trying to promote yourself. We're going to get ready to wrap up. I'm going to let Chris give a shout out to anybody who wants to give a shout out to, and if he's got anything to promote, you can go ahead and promote that.
You guys can check out some of my work at, I got like 3 websites. I guess only 2 of them are really relevant to you guys. www.gutofmind.com. That's my entertainment site. You can find like some of my animations and all my little craziness to entertain you, because I know you're bored out there, so you can hit the play button and be entertained. And then I also do graphics for musicians, and I have mymusicimage.com for that. So when you go there, you can check out like sound clip layouts, album covers, designs, logos, various graphic things, for all your graphic needs. So that's mymusicimage.com. That's music with a Z. Okay, music with a Z. All right, and I think that's all I have. I got an animation get ready to drop here.
Right, that's
it's
right.
It's gonna be some real special stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. Look out for that.
Oh yeah, and if you guys want to check out some of my other cartoons, like I said, gutofmind.com is an entertainment website. Check it out, and this next one's about to drop here. So,
okay, guys. Again, getting ready to sign off. Make sure you guys go visit almostfreebeats.com to get your beats. And also, if you need other assistance in promoting your music or just learning about the music business, make sure you go visit almostfreebeats.com/blog. Visit our blog and look in the artist section. Also, for producers who may be watching this video, look in the producer section. There's tons and tons of information in there that we put up for you guys to check out, and lots of resources. Also, again, guys, make sure you visit gutofmind.com and visit mymusicimage.com as well. We're signing off. Take care.